what is up, my AoE anarchist Risen Dragon here with a fun video for you today. And today we're looking at the Persians. We haven't played the Persians yet, mainly because they're a cavalry civ, and I've kind of shied away from them like as if they were plague. But this is the Persians, and this is what they are all about. We start with 50 wood and 50 food. That's important because you can get another vill in the Dark Age right when you start, so that's a fun one to have. Town centers and docks work have 100% HP and work +5, +10, +15, +20% faster in Dark, Feudal, Castle, and Imp. Parthian tactics are available in Castle Age. We can build a caravanserai in Imperial. Our unique units are the War Elephant and Cavalry. Commanderon is our unique tech, and I'm going to explain what that is in a few minutes. And Citadels is the other. So let's see about the Persians. Now, this strat that we're looking at today is one that combines our incredible stable units with the archery. Now, here's where it comes into play. All right, Commanderon. Archer line gold cost replaced by additional wood cost. So basically, let's go over to the special tech here. So basically, when we get up to Castle Age, we research this right away. Archer line gold replaced by additional wood cost. So basically, I believe it bumps the it bumps the bumps the archers from I think it's like it takes away the 45 gold, and I think it adds I think it's like 35. So basically our archers are just trash units as soon as castle hits, and that's really good because when we're against stable, what counters stable units? Pikemen. Okay, so you get this in combination with this, and it's actually a really interesting strat because it's a counter. You're taking your strongest asset and providing it the best defense that you possibly can. So that's kind of the strategy that we're working with. It's called Persian Trashbows, and it's something that I kind of came across in doing some research for the upcoming T90 Community Cup or T90 Community Tournament that I'm going to be doing. So pretty much, let's go through the tech tree real quick. Archers are actually they kind of suck, but the most important part is that they don't really need to be flashy in order to do what they need to do. So the crossbowman is the biggest that they get. And yeah, they do get thumb ring. They do get Parthian tactics, which are in, we get that in Castle Age. Usually you get that in Imp. That's really good to have. You can, throw cav archers at them too. That's kind of cool. Let's see. Our militia is not the greatest, so I try to stay away from them as far as just in general. I would say their counter units are pretty good here. They do get gambesons, they get squires, they get arson, but the stable units is where you really want to get the. That's where you really want to shine because you can gain, your knights, you get your cavalier, you get a heavy camel rider, you get Savar, which is their unique unit. It's exceptionally strong against ranged soldiers, weak versus spearmen, of course, and all that sort of thing. Siege Workshop, they lacking everything but siege ownership, and as you can see, they get bombard cannon. They get all the upgrades except for bracer from their blacksmith. They've got pretty solid dock, but we don't really play water maps. University, where they don't have fortified wall, they don't have siege engineers, so this gets a little weak. But and they don't get treadmill crane either, but they do get masonry, they do get architecture, and murder holes and all that fun stuff. So, and of course chemistry as well. Yeah, and of course chemistry, but they don't get bombard tower, so there's that their protection is marginal at best. I think they do get guard tower, but as far as castle is concerned, we get war elephants. These are incredibly expensive, but they're very strong versus buildings and units at close range and all that fun jazz. We've already talked about Commanderon, and they also get citadels, which castles are +4 to attack, +3 rams, +3 infantry, and receive -25 bonus damage. So maybe their infantry isn't terrible, but it's certainly not what you want to go with. Their monks are kind of trash, I think. Devotion is about as much as you get. You get faith, which is okay. That's great, actually. You do get block printing with some good range, theocracy, herbal medicine, fervor, but that's about it. All the and all the upgrades as well. So, yeah, I do think that this strategy called the Persian Trashbows, I think it's actually pretty valid for my for my ELO, which is around 600. Simply because we don't do well with or as well, I should say, with kind of countering. And a lot of people, when they're up against the Persians, they're like, oh, they're gonna go. Hate to use the term, Persian douche, which is basically delete your TC and then rebuild it because your TC is so beefy. Then you rebuild it near your enemy's TC and just kind of hunker down and destroy their TC. And it's not the, I don't play those sorts of strategies. I've had it perpetrated against me, and believe me, it sent me into a level 1 meltdown, or whatever the one they call it, a level 1 crash out, I guess is what the kids call it these days. But anyway, so what I'd like to do is get into a game where you see this strategy kind of in action, and I hope you like it. I hope you take something from it. It's not the cleanest game that I've executed, but it was my first one with the Persians, so hope you like it. Let's get on to the battlefield, folks. And we're going to pick up our action in the Dark Age. We're against CACHELO, who's a 566 player. So you can see what I see. So again, you want to use the Persians' bonuses to their advantage. That's kind of the cool thing about the Persians with their. You can almost go 2 mils maybe with this if you get enough wood, but basically you want to try to get as much of those resources as you can, and just go from there. So we see we get our boar in. We kind of take the long way around, which was a little bit interesting, but. And the big thing I was worried about with the Mapuche, which we're up against, which is one of the new civs from the last DLC, or the newest DLC, I should say. Our boar kills are getting a lot better. I was afraid of like a champy rush, so that's why we're walling off a little bit here. So not a little bit, we're walling off quite a bit. That's why we're walling off. So. And we go up to we go up to feudal, fairly early. And we'll go 2 times speed now. As you can see, we've got a lot going for us. Now we don't really do infantry. The big thing here is we want to go stable and archery range. We do get our tech upgrades. You always want to get your tech upgrades, so like horse collar and the double bit axe and all those you do want to get those. It does improve, help out quite a bit. So eventually we didn't have enough on wood to really hit that transition well enough. It was a little bit slow, so we have to clean that up a little bit. But I mean, overall though, we're protected, and not too bad here. Not too bad at all. Also, too, I was quite liberal with the farms on this one. I wanted to make sure I had a good food base before I started building any of my my other things, but we got a little bit lucky here. I think against a more aggressive opponent, this would not have been good for us. But luckily, our opponent was not very aggressive themselves, and we were able to get our food eco up and running pretty quickly. But again, you want to try to get as soon as you get up to feudal, you do want to get that. You do want to get your stable down. I mean, this is way too late, as far as I'm concerned. It needed to be cleaner, and I think because this was only the second time I was trying this. The first game I tried with this, I was up against the Portuguese, and it was a really back and forth match, and it just got to a point where I was like, they're just killing me. And no matter what I did, they kept coming back, and I was like, yeah, I don't really have the energy to deal with this because I'm in my mid-40s and I've got kids to worry about. So I was just kind of like, yeah, you know, let's just go with that. Also, too, we don't have a lot of people on food, which is, it's, or not gold, I'm sorry. We don't have a lot of people on gold. We don't have anyone on gold. And that does become a little bit of an issue later on, as you shall see, but we do end up putting some people on stone just simply because we want to get that going. Look at what they're up to. Our res collection is only about 150 off. We take out their Chompy Scout. Take out their Chompy Scout, and yeah, we've got that there. We're also too. We don't go skirms quite yet, but that was also another thing too. Is like we didn't really scout all that well, but as you can see, they don't really have. And they're just going eco here, and I think later on we need. I think in the future we need to get a lot more aggressive with this. Just, you know, use that to go forward and just really start kind of like wrecking. Needed to get more aggressive with that. They go up a little bit sooner than we do, but we're kind of like right on top of each other as far as like our up times are concerned. So as you can see, we get some stables going here. We did get I think we got a blacksmith. No, we don't get, oh yeah, we do get a blacksmith going right there. Here they get some Champy Scouts, they get some spears. Really, we should have gone forward. You know, again, and it's one of those things too where like, this happens to me in chess too, where like, there's just some nights I'm like, I just kind of want to hunker down, play defensively, and I just get absolutely run over. It's not what happens per se in this game, but as you see, we go up. And we do get into the base. We have to do some scouting. In here we see, now look how many TCs they got going up here. They have 4, they go 4 TCs. Now we go 3, which is good. I mean, we want to get those TCs humming. We want to get our eco going. And all that. Also too, our whatchamacallit, our idle TC time really like 41 seconds in dark, so that's actually not terrible. And we do get the barding armor. We do get the forging. I couldn't remember what it was called. This poor guy right here just built a TC all by himself. I mean, it is what it is though. But anyways, our build counts are pretty similar. Our res counts are pretty much along the same. We've taken out a few more of theirs, but you know, here it's not terrible. But we do need to go forward in the future. We've got to get a lot more aggressive. This is a strategy that really begs to be aggressive, especially with those knights being what they are. We do put a castle here. It's not really forward, but it's also, you know, this is almost like a good anchor point, I guess, because watch what we do next. We go all in on stone on this too. I mean, I really just yeah. And there were a few where I was like, why am I clicking up? I'm not even using infantry armor, but we do go bod Canero because we do want to make sure that our castles and our we want to make sure they've got the range. So, again, we have like 19 people on stone. I was really kind of going all in on that, but we go here, and then, we find that there's a castle! Now, we did get all the bloodlines and stuff, and also, too, they've got so many TCs. We just start taking out their houses, because why not? Oh yeah, and we take out their monk too, so one of their monks, I should say. Now here, yeah, we start going for vills, and then now here's where I lost track. Like right in here's where I lost track. Like I'm going through the base. I'm like, what else do they have? And they have Konas. These Kona warriors. Those things are beastly. Took out a bunch of them. Yeah, you're not getting a conversion there. Now, so I didn't realize they had a spear. But yeah, the Kona warriors really did a number on us. So I think they're anti, but also too we get a forward castle going, and you know that's pretty cool right there. Now, they use their market quite a bit. We didn't really use our market all that much. Ours was a little more organic, which I think worked in our favor. And I lost a ton of vills here, just trying to escape these guys. But it didn't really work. And here I thought, oh man, I'm sunk. I'm not gonna. You know, here's another game I threw, but that's okay. It actually didn't end up happening. But watch what happens here. This is like one of those like dirt moments. As you can see, we have a castle going up here. They also, I don't notice that they also have a castle going up. I probably should have stopped it right here and maybe pulled it off to the side a little bit more. But watch what happens here. Their castle goes up. Our castles are kind of going up. You know, our castle goes up just a little bit before, but you know, the problem is, oh yeah, and I do get a few cav archers, and it's like they go right in there, but they start making petards, as you can see. They start making petards, and they start throwing them at my castle. So I look back and I'm like, oh, that's why that happened. So again, not really one of our cleaner games, but I think it definitely is gonna have. So here's where we start going in with our. We do get a treb going. We do get our crossbowmen up, and they're fully upgraded too, by the way. So now we have these. Oh yeah, and this treb right here. These two trebs actually start taking down my castle here. I don't even bother to. See, I don't even bother taking those out. But also too, look what's happening here. No pike. Their pike. Nothing is upgraded for them. They don't have any of their weapon upgrades. All those sorts of things. So basically, it starts to go there. Now, here's again where I'm like, you know what? I've got. Hold on. Actually, let me pause it here. If you notice here, their res collection, they've actually pulled ahead as far as res collection is concerned. Idle TC, we've idled our TC quite a bit, but that's okay. But also too, now you start to look at, you know, but value of army is where it starts to really kind of matter. So let's go back to it. They take out their trebs, and then they don't have murder holes. So their konas, those konas are absolutely beastly. They try to take out my treb, and that's also yeah. You have the crossbowmen, so you can provide a little bit of support from afar. But here, 20 to 9, I think, is where we're at as far as... and we get a war elephant going. How cool is that? We get another treb going, but now we've got our cavaliers coming in. And yeah, we don't have blast furnace, or we don't have the next upgrade for them. But, you know, when you're playing these types of civs right here, they need to be upgraded. But here we are, 30... we're almost 2 to 1 here as far as our army is concerned. So I start kind of just taking pot shots at them, and they bite. Yeah, the Kona comes in really, really strong here, but then the War Elephant. War Elephant actually did a lot of work here. Did a ton of work. They still don't have that, and now we take down their castle. We start taking down their castle, and they actually called it here. I was a little surprised on that. I was a little surprised they called it here because, at the time when they called it, I was like, really, you called it here? But then I went back and looked over it, and I'm like, yeah, that was probably I don't know. To me, I don't think that was a wise concession, but I don't know. I got the win. I'm happy with it, and I'm really just it was actually a strategy that worked. I was like, okay, that's cool. So, a little bit of postmortem here. Let's look at the stats. You know, they were ahead in everything, and they really were ahead in everything. That shouldn't be 2P Tower Rush, but that's okay. They were ahead in everything, and it really kind of came down to... They were even ahead in military. I was like, all right, I mean, I think they could have fought on, but I think if we go back, they even collected more res than us, so that was part of it. So... but we had more we had barely more accounts as far as research was concerned. Our max villagers, that's kind of where we had the advantage, I think. We just kept spamming vills and all those sorts of things. And APM, we were around 15, which is not really kind of where I like to be. I was going back through some of my other videos. I was like around 25 once, but then again, I think I just have to play a little bit more. But anyway, so overall, not a bad strat here. I think with the crossbowmen supporting the cavalry and all those sorts of things. And once you get Commander on, then it starts to, and we did end up getting that, by the way. I do think it really does start to. It just starts to snowball as far as your archers are concerned. And I think I did add, oh yeah, I added like 5 ranges. I had 5 ranges at one point, so that was definitely cool to see. So anyways, hope you like this video, and I hope you like the strat. Give it a try. Again, just spam your cavalry, spam your crossbowmen, get that commander on researched as soon as possible, and you can turn your archery units into trash units in Castle Age and really hopefully outnumber your opponents. So I'll be trying this strategy out in the upcoming tournaments, and hopefully it'll work. So until next time, my AoE anarchists, happy hunting. See you on the battlefield.